Hello, we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome along to our quantum psychic Akashic readings, clearings, and healings with my special co-host, Viviane. Hello, hello, Viviane.
Hi, John. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
I love your purple top. Is it?
Yeah, it's a pink purplish, I
Pink
guess.
purple. It's hard to tell on
hot,
camera
hot
because
pink, hot purple.
I love it.
Thank you.
Um,
Oops.
and how did you enjoy our membership session? Was it last night we did it?
Yes, it
It's
was
what?
very nice, and yeah, it was. I enjoyed the messages I received and the steps. They were clear and really made a lot of sense as to my next steps. And he also made me think about the intermediate training because it also made sense. The following steps that came through the meditation um, were really about continuing also what
Mhm.
the training was all about and the learning process. So it was really, really reassuring and really nice, beautiful meditation.
Oh, wonderful. And for those of you who aren't in the membership group, we were doing a follow-on yesterday. The topic was requested by the members for the subject of divinely guided actions, because the
Mm-hmm.
previous time we'd done like more focused on getting guidance around how you spot them. Like these are like signs like numbers and feathers and number plates and car bumper stickers and
Mm-hmm.
um, whispers that you hear, and just a long list of all the different signs that you can start to begin to receive your divinely guided actions, and then what they are and what sort of things you would do. And so this follow-on session, we went forwards. It felt like we went slightly forwards in time, almost like to tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
the perpetual tomorrow in the Akashic Records. And with Archangel Metatron's help, we got to receive on a little book. What was it? The left page was the receiving, so we'd receive all like the top three actions for us, and then on the right there's like the kind of immediate action, like what would we do to support them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, mine were all about. Uh, the first one was self love, and that was for the group, and then the second
Yes.
one for me was like simplicity and scaling, and the third was quite curious, was about unification of perception,
Mm-hmm.
like unifying all our senses to perceive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know why I keep saying it like that. Maybe it's because I'm used to saying unity as we, everybody,
Yes.
whereas it was an action for me. It's like, John, go and unify your senses. I'm like, oh, okay, sounds great. I don't know how to do it, but it sounds like it'd be helpful in my work. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Lovely. I had the first as self love for sure, and it was a same for the group. And then the second was believe in yourself and continue to move forward. And there are a couple more things, um, and then the last one was really taking more action to uh, regarding creating the dream life and the dream business and the things that we discussed in the intermediate training. So I thought it was really nice and interesting. So
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I already took one of the actions, which was I let the amazing guys at Naked Revive, where I do in-person sessions, that I won't be renting a Tuesday slot anymore, and I'll just be doing sessions ad hoc there, and maybe I'll do some at home as well. But that was all in the theme of simplicity. It was like it's
mm-hmm.
kind of like running another business. Well, it is like running another business, and all the advertising and
Yes,
"Hi, it's John" videos, and um, there's just a lot to do all at the same time, and I love it. I love it all, and that's one of the challenges,
yes,
isn't it? When you love everything, you're like, okay, you still have to choose which ones if you want to focus. Um,
mm-hmm.
and I was gonna share, like, I think last night I had this. I don't know if you've been paying attention to some of the recent discoveries of scans under the Egyptian pyramids, or one pyramid in particular, where they discovered these like 2 kilometer deep structures. Have you heard of it? Oh, you're muted.
No, Hmm.
No.
No, I'm
um,
sorry. Say that again. I guess I spaced. Say that again,
that's
please.
okay. I don't know if you noticed any of the news recently about scans under the one of the, I think it's the Great
The
Pyramid.
pyramids. Oh
Yeah,
yes, yes,
like the
yes.
2 kilometer deep structure,
Yes.
or structures.
The
What?
tunnels.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yes, absolutely amazing.
and I've had so, or should I say, I have so many past life memories about being there, and it never made much sense. Like I could never join the two together because the structures didn't seem right. And I'd been beneath the pyramids many times, but I kind of assumed it was like the basement. It was like we're just going to the basement, not like that it was even bigger than the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that really blew my mind was I I'm sure I will, knowing me, I will have spoken about this in different videos, but never coherently. And I when I gather some thoughts, I will do like a dedicated video on my Egyptian past lives. But there were one very dominant experience I have in these past lives is um this I don't see them as earth beings, but they're
Mm-hmm.
like galactic, very dark
Mm.
bird beings. And I was watching this video last night, and there's this, I think it's in the tunnels between two of the pyramids is the tomb of the birds, where they found
Hmm.
very large birds, but I don't know what the birds were, or
Whoa,
if they were
yeah.
big beings, or I don't know. But yeah, that just blew my mind. It's like between that and so many memories of a dark of a black pyramid as well. Um, but yeah, it's incredible to see these
Wow.
things like gradually being strung together, and I feel just
Mm-hmm.
slightly less crazy.
Yes.
The part of me enjoys that too. It's like I kind of enjoy being like having completely different, perceptions of reality than others. It's fun too.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Well, thank you everyone for coming along today. We can get started and create a safe space, and
Mm-hmm.
please put all your requests in capitals. Um, and a special hello to Viviane's mother as well. It's lovely to see you here. Thank you for Viviane, and excited to get started. So please join us as we create a safe space.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So please breathe in through the nose, nice and deep, and breathe out what no longer serves our highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. Now focus your attention on the center of your heart, where your golden divine spark enters your human form. And from there, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head and up into the sky and up into the stars, going higher and higher through the frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. There, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down through the stars, into the sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, together with your own light, the light of source above, extend the light cord down through the root of your spine, going deep into the ground this time, all the way down through the layers of the planets, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth, and there connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. We send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected to Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine, and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, and your own light, expand out a golden bubble of protective light from the center of your heart to surround you about 2 meters out, to each side, above and below, in front and behind. And set the intention that only energies and entities, with your permission, your highest good love and compassion, can see you, access you, or exist within this space, or within you. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. Into our golden bubbles, we invite in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. And we ask at this time for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with the integration of today's messages and healings. And through space and time, I create a golden protected bubble around all of us in the YouTube live stream and replay on both John and Viviane's channels. And I set the intention that only energies and entities, with my permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. For Viviane and I invite in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metron, Source, and Gaia. And we're here today to facilitate and to support you as best we can with clearings, healings, and readings, helping you connect with spirit guides, past lives, your soul or starseed origins, and assistance with your life purpose and predictions in your life. And please place all your requests in capitals, and we'll randomly pick these throughout today's show. And when you're selected, please say hello in the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is always lovely.
My pleasure. I found sometimes I get a little bit disorientated when I'm setting up, and I kind of find myself like on my swivel chair, like pointing in the wrong direction. And beneath me is a guitar pedal board, and one of it's like a wah-wah pedal. It's like a pedal you push backwards and forwards. Oh, it's perfect because you can't. My feet's like locked to it. So like, it doesn't matter where I go, I'll always come back to center. It would be even more fun if I just connected in with my voice, right? And it kind of went. Hello to Millie, who joined us at exactly 4:44 my time.
Nice. I love that number.
Should I choose first?
Yes, I was just going to suggest that. Great.
Fabulous. I was trying to find an easy way to download new music, but it's so hard to do because my there's too many songs for the website to allow me to download them easily. Okay, choosing the next request. But first, should I say? Okay, Rachel H. Please say hello if you're here in the chat. Are you here, Rachel H? Usually by the time I start typing.
Rachel H. I was just going to say hi, Kate from Australia. I love to visit Australia one day.
Yay.
Rachel is here. Thank you, Rachel.
Hello, Rachel. Yeah, it must be. Is it not late in Australia? Or is it like the next day now? I don't know.
I'm not sure. It might be the next day.
It's always the future as well, yeah. Hang on. Current time in Sydney is 3:48 a.m. tomorrow. Fantastic. But I don't know where you are But thank you for saying hello from Australia.
And
Okay, so
I,
we can help
yes, we
Rachel
can.
with the reading and healing, and I can stop the music. Okay.
Yes, clearing Rachel.
Um, it it's like one of Rachel's guides just grabbed Rachel and pushed her right in front of us and said,
Mm,
like, look at this. And I was seeing like quite a few so far on the surface, smaller entities attached on the outside of you. Um, and I asked your guide how it happened, and they're just saying it's your boundaries. It will help if you create stronger boundaries.
I can see as like she's wearing like a sweater. I guess you guys call it a jumper, and
Mhm.
it's like they're hanging off, hanging from her clothing. The way it's shown to me anyway.
Yeah, I think Rachel's guides suggesting, well, initially suggested some light, some golden light to help push them off, like shake them off. And I asked about dragon-like language, so yeah, even better, just to help like release these ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you can keep an eye and catch any that seem to fall
Okay.
out of sight, and I'll ask Archangel Michael to assist me. I'm going to place like a large bowl under, like half a spear underneath
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, so that it catch these entities as they get shaken off. Oh. Yeah, that helped a lot. So just capturing those entities. Have I got them all?
I saw two falling off first, and then the others three are like hanging on and kind of shaking, trying to hang on.
Okay. I'll get rid of these ones first. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Oh yeah, they're like leeches hanging on
Mm-hmm.
head. Okay. One, two, and a third.
Mm-hmm.
Return to source or never return here again. Okay. They were quite big.
Yeah.
Like I think they're actually quite small entities originally, but they've been feeding a lot off of Rachel.
Yeah.
How's it looking now?
It did. You cleared them all, but it was funny because two fell off right away, but those three left were really hanging on.
Like when ticks have too much blood, they eventually fall off, right? Sometimes even die because they gorge themselves so much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can help with the boundaries. And let me know, Viviane, if you get any message about how to, well,
Okay.
really any messages for Rachel.
Got a little bit of that is the lack of something like the lack of self love and depression. It's attracting this uh, entities. It was attracting these entities. This lower vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see a bubble. Go ahead.
No, you go. What was the bubble?
And then I just saw a bubble. And they're showing a bubble forming from, growing from the sparkling light within her, just like what we do, and then it would be for her to do that, to protect her energy, have that energetic boundary.
It makes sense. Yeah, I was just helping, like, put in place one just now for Rachel, and I spent a bit of time just making sure that you're protected. And your guide was saying, Rachel, you're almost like a portal. That there's just like this free coming and going of entities. It's quite attractive for them to attach to you. So in the chat, it's already moved up a little bit, but I've just added my spirit guide meditation. So that page, getting started with John, you can use my free spirit guide meditations, and that will, every single one starts with, just like we did today, creating a strong boundary around you. So definitely encourage you to take a look at that. I think if you also search on YouTube for, I did a recent boundaries video where it talks more about it as well, to explain different practices around how to cultivate your own boundaries. That will also help you. In fact, I can probably find it quite easily.
Yeah. And Rachel, if you also, I also, towards the end of the message, I saw you do the mirror exercise of looking, when you look at your reflection in the mirror, place your left hand on your heart and say to your reflection, I love you, to have that self-love. Also will deflect that, that lower vibration energy.
Well, hope that helps. Rachel, definitely your guide was keen to get you in front of us. I always feel like it's really the spirit guides are the ones, we think we're doing the random picks, but there's a huge amount of discussion going on in the etheric realms. And a thank you to Sub 5. I think I saw your comment. I just haven't caught up on all my YouTube comments, but yesterday, feels like an eternity ago, I created a video about, I think, what did I call it? Like connecting with your spirit guides using all senses. And in part, it was inspired by, well, it's part of my 5D Ascension classes. And also a couple of, at least 2-3 clients have aphantasia, where they find it more challenging to visualize. And so I was keen to use different senses. And that was one experience I had, was my guide squeezing my hand. I'm so glad, Sub5, you're saying that you felt some energies, more vibrant chakras, and then a wonderful hand squeeze. Yeah, it is quite a shocking experience, right? You're so used to like, oh, spirit guide, so you're there. But if you ask one to touch you, it's so visceral, right? You're just like, I can feel it. Yes, that's the video I watched. Fabulous, Angela. And yeah, I will figure out what to do with the Ascension classes. They're new. And it was quite funny. I'd already created like a cool thumbnail for it, including lots of spirit guides in it, that I just repurposed. But yeah, I might make that more broadly available, because they're so much fun to do, and so lovely to help people.
Okay.
Great, your turn.
All right, let's see. Who will be the next one? Close my eyes.
We're choosing the next request. Please put all your requests in capitals and say hello in the chat if your name is called.
Don't always listen to what you say or what you do. open their eyes, look to the skies, and their hearts will follow
JP.
too.
I never realized that lyric, they don't always listen to what you say or what you do. That could be my spirit guides talking about me. But JP, let us know if you're here. JP's saying that an accident with a spirit is a teen. JP's here. You can call me Julia. Thank you,
Hi,
Julia.
Julia.
Phantom sensations on your right arm and feel blocked in your throat. And if you want to share anything more, it's totally up to you what you share. But if there's anything else you want to share about that experience you had as a teen, just let us know. Otherwise, we can get started.
Yes.
Even if it's just, I think in particular, I'm asking about how it affects you, given that you've got our focus now. So just asking JP, Julia, to step forwards with your guides.
Oh, okay. She's saying it was an accident. I offered myself my mother experiment
With regressions.
with regressions.
Okay. And just see your guide is like paying a lot of attention to your right. They're just with you on your right arm just now, and like they seem to have been doing a lot of work already. What? And before I do anything, Viviane, what I'm seeing is this. It reminds me a bit, in the Back to the Future movies where Marty's like starts to lose part of himself, where like starts to fade in the picture.
Yes.
So part of Julia seems to be like stuck in the past, like part of it was left over from like a past life travel.
I see.
It's not fully come back. And it's fascinating because her physical arm is there, but it's like not all of her energy is back. I'm just asking your guide how I can help. But yeah, let me know what you see as well.
When I looked at her right arm, to me, it looks very swollen, exaggerated, very swollen, like if she had a condition that we call lymphedema, I believe.
Yeah.
It makes the limb like very, very swollen. So that's what it looked like in my mind's eye. Oops, didn't mean to do this, sorry.
Julie says she had a hole in her aura. And also, nobody helped me at the time, and I had really weird time with dreams clearings as well. Yeah. Well, how about I go to the past and bring back what's there, and you can focus on the present if you like, Viviane.
Okay.
I'm just going to do this silently. I'll do the retrieval silently, and then I'll share afterwards. Okay, got the rest of arm back and just bringing this in now. So I'm just going to gently begin the integration. It seems to be focused more in and around the bone. That's it in place. It does feel like there's some more healing and integration to do, but I don't want to overlap with what you're doing, Viviane. I'll let you finish what you're doing.
I actually could see that as you're doing that, my vision of the arm like started to go back to its normal size. So maybe it was kind of like in between dimensions. It was like, I don't know, stretching, and I could see also there are two like white entities like that. I think there were guys, two on each side, because they were trying to help that. And she's saying, okay, I have issues with my lymph nodes and inflammation. Okay, now I'm trying to see what's going on with her throat, because I'm feeling on my throat too, like there's like feeling like soreness and on this side of my throat.
What please do look. What I saw, so what I did was I went back in time. It was to 1600s, and she was locked in like a dungeon, and it was her right arm that was trying to pull open the door, and it seems that the rest of her was taken, so she was able to, the rest of her was freed, but not the right arm. And what was happening to her right arm was that it was constantly being attacked by these like negative entities in the dungeon. And I asked like why they were doing it, and they said they were kind of laughing, saying, we don't know what it is. It's just an arm. And they were just like, it's just there. And it was like holding on to this door handle the whole time. So they would quite happily attack it. And I think that's a lot of these phantom sensations that she's been getting, is that it's just connected through space and time, like quantum entanglement, or interconnectedness between the two. So I brought it back and brought that back into the body. What I also wanted to do was help like bring with the reintegration into the nervous system, and with the throat. It's like she's been screaming, right? Because I feel like, especially in dream time, her consciousness keeps taking her to that place, and like I just kept seeing her like with her right hand shaking on this door, like screaming to let her out.
That's why it's feeling sore. And but when I look in the throat, on the side, I see within the flesh, it's like a bubble, same color as the flesh. It's like inflamed.
Yeah, let's take a look at the nervous system now, and please do take a look at the throat.
She said, I kept dreaming of a hole in a wall and dungeons, and it felt like she was looking for someone. Okay.
Helping release anything through your hands and feet that no longer serve your highest good. And through your root chakra, just helping with the integration, and just helping with the source light energy down through your right shoulder and through your right arm, helping with the full integration. And you may, JP, you may benefit from placing your right hand on your heart, and there's healing to do with your whole arm. Now you've got it back. So what I mean by that is there was some like bite marks that I saw. So it's like, imagine that your nervous system is like the energetic form of your nervous system, which I would call your light body. That had been damaged. It just wasn't part of you in this third dimension. So now that it's back, and your guides have already been helping you, you'll be continuing on that healing journey. And so it definitely feels like any practices you can do that help you reassure your right arm and to talk to it each day. You can give yourself like a big hug, and like it's almost like you're pulling yourself into one being, into one, and saying it's safe now. I've got you back now. I'm whole. I'm whole again. How did you get on with the throat?
I cleared the energy and sent healing energy, and then until that bubble would shrink into, and it was flat again, the area. And then I sent golden light and grounded the energy. So wow, that was something. So take good care and drink lots of water and rest, JP.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, thank you for your request. My turn, is it? Choosing your next request. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. I keep hearing birds. It's so lovely, Viviane. Pixie Withrow, let us know if you're here. Yes, you're here. And I think Millie's saying it's 22 in the chat. It's cool. There's 62 in total across our two channels, which is fantastic. It's so funny how not everyone sees what we see. A bit like reality, right?
Yes.
Oh, and I must tell you this cool experience I had this morning. Sometimes people in our, I don't know, domain or communities get frustrated about being a bit invisible, or being, feeling like the algorithms just ignore us, which a lot of the time they do. I saw very, very clearly a very giant Galactic Federation ship shaped cloud this morning in my morning run, because it's now light when I'm running at 5 a.m. And oh, thank you so much, JP. That's kind. And what I saw was this. I asked what the ship's name was, because it's usually Athena I work with. This is the only other ship I think that I've had much encounters with, and it's called, let me get the name right, Celestial Centurion. And what it was doing was saying, "Oh, great, what are you doing here?" It said, "Oh, we're working on the communications." So, "What are you doing with the communications?" It said, "Oh, we're clearing it all up. We're helping clear up the internet. Like, there's all kinds of horrible things going on in your communication systems, and we're here to help you guys stop being so blocked all the time." It's like, that's cool. I said, maybe you can have a chat with those algorithms, and get them to stop ignoring people, because some people just find it so demotivating. And it was a big journey for me, right? But some people genuinely believe that you would need 100, 1,000, 10,000, a million, or whatever subscribers or followers to be able to make a living out of this work. And the reality is, it's got almost nothing to do with it, right? And what would the algorithms know about the new world? So it's that was a lovely experience. Anyway, I won't blab on too much. You can help Pixie. So, and it's about communicating with your guides.
Yes.
And
your training.
You're my higher self foundational training. Fantastic. Can you tell me what my guides say and who they are, please? Cool. Why don't we pick a guide each and see, or at least, well, we don't need to pick necessarily, just ask one each.
Step forward and give a message.
Yeah, let's ask. I'm just going to put their name in the chat. Okay. Shall I go first? Is your typing?
Sure.
So your guide, Pixie, made a big effort to show me how tall and thin they are. And initially, I thought they were made of ice, like an ice being, which was really cool. And then they said, not quite ice, kind of like ice. And they said they're crystalline. They're like a crystalline being. They're very tall and thin. It seems that as a race, they would be, you'd see them like present as either very tall, almost like a monolith. Is there, I didn't get the height. 20, okay, wow, 20 feet. 20 feet tall. And they'd be pretty stationary a lot of the time, but they could move if they wanted to. They can move different locations. And just a really beautiful energy. And they said, oh, by the way, this guide that I'm speaking to is quite hard to speak to. They're 6 dimensional, so they're a little bit harder to reach up to. And their name is, because I typed it out phonetically, Faralea. And they suggested that you touch a rose quartz, like holding on to a rose quartz. And like what you're doing was just asking for your spirit guide, Faralea, to step forwards and talk with you.
I wrote the name Guillermo. That's the name that the guide gave me, and he was a monk, and he said, Pixie, you're yes, you're making progress, and he said he sees you meditating, and you can talk to him, and you can call on him, and talk to him and have this closer connection now that, having the name and continue to call on him. Seems to be happy and proud of you for what you're doing.
Oh, that's beautiful. So a human and a crystalline ice being. Lovely. And so someone was asking me today what the most common blockages are that hold us back from speaking to spirit guides. And both, I know this from firsthand experience and from many clients, is the biggest blockage is often fear. And it's like, I describe it as like an aggregate of fear. So everything that you're scared of in that moment. So not just scared of your guides or scared of being psychic and talking to spirit guides. It's more everything that's going on. So your levels of overall fear. So the more you can practice opening your heart up, the more and facing that fear and just allowing yourself to clear through it. I mean, fear always has a reason for being there, and it's good to find out what that is. But in those moments when you're just getting ready to talk to your spirit guide, just take a bit of time to reassure yourself, have strong boundaries, remember that you are safe when you create strong boundaries. You can open it with your heart, and it allows everything becomes so much easier. Like it is, when you think of everything else in our lives, if you're scared of doing something, it is so much harder. It's like infinitely harder. And the other key to both tackling fear and then also those experiences is that gratitude is an order of magnitude stronger than something like fear. So if you after you've tried to talk to your guide, and I often speak out loud to them, especially in my daily practice, I then just ask, I then just say to them, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much for trying, and thank you to me for like putting in." It's a bit like that Snoop Dogg acceptance speech, well done me, and it's like that moment of saying, I'm grateful for that experience. Like you invested the time,
Yes.
you tried, and it is. If you look at frequency charts and how much greater the energy is of gratitude, it's almost like you spend 5 minutes in gratitude and then the rest of the day in fear, and gratitude would still be much stronger. So that's helpful as well, especially when we're human and we get scared quite a lot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I hope that helps, Pixie. It was lovely to meet a couple of your guides. They're fascinating. And yeah, in the training later on, week 6, in the foundational training, we do a lineup and meet each of our spirit guides. I think quite a few of the class already are like, I want to talk to them all. And it's great. Like it's great having that that experience, that drive and hunger, and know that it all. What is it they say? All my mum always used to say, all good things come to those who wait. And it's although it requires practice every day, it definitely comes to you.
Okay, let's see who's next. I'll choose the next
Thank you.
request.
We're choosing your next request. Please say hello if your name is called. IT services. Say hello. Is IT services here? Calling IT services.
IT services, please let us know if you're here.
Calling IT services. Very good, John. He's saying intense stomach issues and cramps, feels chaotic energy, like there's something moving near solar plexus. Healing, clearing, please. Can meditation be done during periods? Yes. Let us know you're here. And as we're coming up on not quite an hour, but please do check that you're watching either Viviane or I's channel live. And so just check that your little scroll bar in the video is all the way to the right. Else you'll be up to date with the chat and behind on the video. And please do like and share and comment and all the great things, and click the notification bells. Both our channels really helps us. It really, really helps us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So one more call for IT services, and you may also just refresh your browser. That will be you'll be in sync. If you're for some reason had a delay there. So yeah, IT services, please let us know if you're here.
Shall we move on?
Okay, let's. I'll look for a different request.
you're choosing the next request, please say hello in the chat if you're here.
Okay, I have Helen Books. Say hi in the chat, Helen, please. From Glasgow, nice.
Yay, Glasgow. My wife's from near Glasgow.
Oh yeah, nice.
And even after like what feels like, well, how long have we been together? Over 30.
I think you said you were 15 when you met.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Helen's here.
Hi, Helen.
But my wife's Glaswegian accent hasn't really rubbed off on me. But what you detect in my accent of a Scottish accent is definitely because of her. Before I met her, I would say, oh, look, a bath or a canal.
How I can spend, like, if I were with a weekend speaking with your wife, I will actually walk out of there speaking just like that.
Wow.
I have that. Too bad I'm not an actress, because I'm an actor. That would be helpful.
That's right. Oh, you should definitely do it.
That would be funny. All I need is like a weekend, just like, you know.
It would both terrify me and delight me to see you and my wife chatting, no doubt, about me a lot right in front of me, as she loves doing with other people. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it actually happened when I was, teenager. I spent a weekend with a family member and I had a different, like, I came back just like that. My voice was different. My accent was different. Cool. It's funny.
It'd be handy if you're a secret agent. Maybe you are. Hey, you're my handler. Now I get it.
I've been spying on you all this time.
Yeah, but I blame you for these live streams. You're the one that's been encouraging me. I thought the handler was meant to like keep control of me. Okay, Helen.
So yeah, Helen is here. Thank you for saying hi. All right, so let's see.
In your current situation.
Okay.
What I got was, first of all, I just saw your guide like constantly kind of like stroking your head. She's like stood behind you, Helen, and just like stroking your head and saying, just soothing you, like saying, there, it's like, it's okay. Her advice was to let go. It seemed, in particular, there was two loved ones, and then I saw this complexity, like a complex situation around you, including connections with others. And I saw you like worrying and feeling anxious about them, and worrying what they would do and how to look after one of them in particular. And so your guide was just saying, and this is their advice, right? It doesn't need to be your decision, but their advice was to let them go, let them make their own mistakes, and know that their souls have chosen, they have free will, and they've chosen that path, no matter how young they are. And I know my daughter recently left home and, had some big, life events, all very positive, but there's just like that it reminded me of that feeling of like, oh wow, I have to let them make this mistake now. It's like, is that my message? And your guide just ended by saying, it's your decision. Like, it doesn't matter who your guide is or how important they are. It's still your decision about what you do. But this is the advice. Oh, and finally, just encouraging to know that everything is temporary. Even the things that seem like they're going to somehow last forever, that part of that is an illusion.
Mm-hmm. Yes, nice message. I heard the word heartache, and I saw her heart layer. Uh, there was an outer layer being peeled off of from her heart, and then I heard it's okay to let go, let that go, and then I heard that the Ho'oponopono prayer will be helpful. Um, and if you're not familiar with the Ho'oponopono prayer, you simply say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And some people change the order, and it's all good. It's important. It's that you say it, and it's the intention, and how, the intention of that, and say those words with that uh, situation or person in mind, and that will help you tremendously energetically, and help you let go and forgive you and the situation and whoever is involved, and that's important. So I hope
Fabulous. I think
that,
that's great advice. And
yeah.
Helen, if it helps you, try my spirit guide meditation. So the free 14-day spirit guide meditations.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, I think it's in the second week, you get to practice cord cutting. And it didn't occur to me until Viviane was saying that you can cut cords with someone that you still love deeply, including like children. And what happens is happy, healthy connections easily reconnect. So it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like starting afresh. When people say, let's start a relationship anew, like it literally like letting go of the past, letting go of that.
Yes.
And you're saying, Helen's saying, recently lost my gran. I sort of hear that. So I'm looking to move it in and care for your aunt with special needs of other family members who seem to be delaying the process. Wow. Yeah. It for me, the energy of your guide felt like your gran with you. Looking to move in and care for your aunt with special needs. So best of luck with that. So I think this is because I saw I felt the aunt was like a child, like
Mm-hmm.
care that you have for them. Because I knew that there was one that you were trying to protect, and then the others must be the other family members. So yeah, it's like just letting them get on with their delays. I guess is what would make sense. It feels a bit counterintuitive, right? When people are like holding back and trying to slow things down, but things change, including everyone's health, their circumstances. Everything changes every day for people. So this might not be very long that you need to do that, surrender for until something changes for you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this helps you. Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Whoops. Dark bubbles and blue waves. It's funny because they move. That's so cool. Some people have been asking for these ones move. No. Some people have been asking for different backgrounds on my website, and I just realized today that there's like a WebGL plugin you can use for like different things. That'd be so cool, because I don't think I can actually change different sections of the website color, but I think I can change the background image. That would be good fun. Anyway, let us choose the next request. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Mark Rhodes. Mark, are you here? Calling Mark Rhodes.
Between every thought Just feel
Let us know if you hear it.
Lips. What do you think?
of your love, of your love,
Calling Mark.
of your
Oh, hell of a saying. He said my guide was stroking my hair. My gran loved to brush my hair. 100 strokes each time. I stayed over when I was little. Oh, that's beautiful. Mark's here. Fantastic.
Okay. Lower back and right foot. Okay.
Okay. so much all at once. I saw, first of all, let me hear that background's annoying me now. I'm not sure how to go with it. I saw, first of all, like your right leg and right foot were kind of like, it's like you were twitching them, Mark, like you were trying to like move them, like try and lift your leg up and to move. And then I saw your guide was saying, look, Mark's like keeps trying to like take a step forwards and keep doing something, but Mark's body needs to heal. The body needs to heal. And then they traced up the leg and up to your lower back. And let me get this right, because I should be learning this for my Swedish massage upcoming assessment. That it's something like it was in your coccyx, something like 5. And what I saw was this like slight misalignment of the vertebrae. And it's like, oh, I said to your guy, what do we do with this? And they said, well, first of all, it needs some rest, needs some healing. There is some work that Viviane and I can do, or I can do, and then to help with the alignment. And then there would seem to be some gentle exercises that would help as well, like some gentle rotations that would help bring the spine back into alignment. And because you are saying you have constant pain, and if you haven't seen a doctor, you might be able to get like referred to a chiropractor that would help as well. What did you see, Viviane?
When I looked at the lower back, it looked like it was on fire, like it was fire. It was just intense redness and fire. I saw the flames coming out of the lower back. And the right foot looked like there was a very heavy block on top of it.
Mm-hmm. And there's definitely like an inner fight between Mark and Mark's body, which is Mark's like, I want to just get on. I want to keep doing things. The body's like, no, you've got to stop. You've got to stop and heal. Okay. I'll take a first look. Let me see if I can help with the vertebrae alignments. Because I'm just seeing how some of the nerves are like, it's pushing. It's pushing against the nerves. And your body's asking for a conversation, Mark. And this means like sitting and placing your hand on your heart and asking, body with this pain, what are you trying to tell me? and allow your body to like show you the areas, you know, and touch them. Like if you don't get like a clear answer, touch your right foot and say, you know, what is this pain trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? And then same on your lower back. I did seem to get some quite good progress, more than I expected with your lower back. But your body immediately said to me, it's like, John, this comes straight back if Mark's going to keep pushing so hard. So this is like an opportunity for you to start a partnership with your body. You know, treat your body like it was someone else's body and say, you know, what would you like to do today? How can I best help you? How can I look after you today? How did you do?
I think I saw hands holding a very, you know, like icy cold towel and putting against the lower back to calm down that, you know, clear that fire. And then I heard slow down,
Yeah.
and then I saw him sitting down with that block still on top of the right foot. And then I heard sit down and connect the mind, body, and soul. You need to slow down.
Yeah. Many of us do, including me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that helps, Mark. Let us know in the chat, and please, yeah, take good care of yourself. That's a lot of healing, so please do drink as much water as feels right for you, and get extra rest. And if you haven't already, I know I'm not always good at going to doctors. You know, there's nothing wrong with doctors, like especially ones that you trust and it feels good about what they're, you know, resonates what they're saying, and you might be able to get referred to like a chiropractor or someone that can help you with you, you know, asking about your spinal alignment as well, at least getting it checked.
Yeah.
Great. Whose turn? Mine? Is it my turn to choose? Oh, you've frozen. Hello, hello. Hi, Viviane.
Sorry about that. It happened before. Yes, my turn to select.
Okay. Oh, you froze again. Yeah, you froze a couple of times.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're choosing the next request. Randomly, please say hello in the chat if your name is called.
Okay. Mo Hawkinson, would you please say hi in the chat if you're still here? You're saying you have you need a healing, asking for healing for your bladder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Mo's here.
You're here. Okay. Healing for bladder. Don't know how the problem started. Maybe small stroke, bad medical care. Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, let me know what you see, Viviane.
Mm-hmm. Well, the the bladder area just lit up for me, big, needing, looking red and inflamed and needing attention. But I also saw a person like really stressed and wanting to really scream really loud, and it's like showing that stress is also affecting stress is affecting the body, and you needing to release that stress and frustration.
Mhm.
And then I heard water, water, water. As to drink a lot of water to help flush toxins out of the body.
That makes a lot of sense. I saw it took me a little while to get the answers as to what had caused this, but I saw initially like a I can only describe it as like an energetic like explosion
Mm-hmm.
around the reproductive organs, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, what's this, like what caused that? And it was it was the it was an overloading of the root chakra. So it's the root
Mm-hmm.
chakra that kind of um reacted and was seemed to be ejecting, as you're describing, like a lot of like stress and negative energy was being pushed down. So our bodies will try and push it down through our root chakra and into the ground to release it. And if we're in
Mm-hmm.
any way blocking it, or we're not doing it, or we're not, we don't have regular practice to release that energy, most commonly I just see a root chakra like really dark and heavy, and that's what it still looks like, but it'd been through like this kind of like overload. It's like, no, it's too much, and had ruptured. So there's some work to do on the root chakra, then also on the bladder. Like I saw the lower muscles that help close the bladder were damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So to help like it's to really to help tighten them again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I could look at the root chakra if you want to focus on the bladder and anything else.
Okay, I'll clear and send energy to the bladder.
Thank you. Just clearing the root chakra out. Yeah, it's deep, dark, compacted energy. Return to source or never return here again. And then down, connecting you down into earth. And then helping with the integrity and the sphere of your root chakra. Bring it back into the natural size and shape for you. Connecting with the other chakras. Good. It's funny, your root chakra was saying, I'm working, I'm working, I'm working again.
Mm-hmm.
I do think root, our chakras, especially our root chakras, they often get a tough time. And
Mm-hmm.
I also feel that chakras can pretty much recover from anything with a bit of love and support.
Okay, I sent healing energy to Mo and grounded the energy. So yeah, drink lots of water and ground your energy and rest.
Yeah. I hope that helps.
Mm-hmm.
And my turn, is it?
Yes.
John's choosing the music. Okay, selecting the next request. People, 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 people. Lisa F, let us know if you're here.
My heart feels warm with love.
Calling Lisa F.
Sailor, take your voice to life.
Hello, Lisa. Um,
Alice is here. I just saw her comments.
fabulous.
And Mo saying I can feel some energy in that area. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, I did go on a. There's a video of me going on a chair. Was it this week or last week? I think it was last week. Yeah, and it's designed to help both men and women with, including bladder problems. And it, to be
Yeah.
honest, I'm still feeling the effects of being on that chair. I was only on it for 10 minutes, but I was put on the maximum setting, I think, for effect. But yeah, there is definitely treatments that can help. But I'm glad that the energy healing is a good start. How can I best help this young man I know who is caught in between, not wanting to go against his parents' wishes, but feeling forced to? Guidance from my guides, please. Okay. So, and just to be clear, we can ask for you. We can't ask for the man, but we can ask for you how you can best help. So your guide said to me, there was this path I saw, the path that this young man would take if he took his parents' wishes, and the feelings of how that feel for him. And the advice to you was talk to him about experiences. Remember, it's not important about what it is that they want him to do. That what's most important is the feelings, is the emotions behind it. And you've felt, and I'm feeling it right now in my heart, you've had experiences in your life, Lisa, where you've just followed other people's wishes and you've paid the price, right? The emotional cost, the burden of that. And describe to him those feelings that you felt in your experiences, because what he will likely do if he goes against his own will but is pleasing others will accrue like this, like energetic and emotional debt. So he'll be a bit like kind of punishing himself for his choices. And so just, you can have a conversation about that, like all about the feelings, connecting with the feelings. He still has to make his own choice, right? He still has to decide, and you have to let him do that. You have to let him go off and make his own decisions. Often we don't know as humans what the other person, and in particular their soul, is signed up for. They may have signed up for quite a long period of time in their life of trauma, and that this is a really important lesson for them to learn. And it may be because they're bringing that pattern to an end, maybe not just in their lifetimes, but their own incarnations, but often in their ancestral lines, like bringing a close to that. So, some of us take years, decades to experience this. It's important to allow them to choose, but you can give some good advice and focus on the feelings. He won't forget it, right? And you know, all those times I've made big life decisions, sometimes I've not ignored, but it's like someone's advice has like circled in my head, like in a pleasant way. It like keeps reminding me, keeps coming back. I remember that once you give this advice once, it may stay with him for days, weeks, months, years, until he's finally ready to take it. So just let him, whatever he decides, let him go off and explore that. How did you get on, Viviane?
Yeah, I got that by listening. You were helping a lot by being, have that, giving the being a good listener, and by sharing some of your experiences to give the you helping this person feel comfortable by being able to share that with you. But certainly you can help by listening and sharing some of your experiences without interfering, of course, in this person's free will decisions. And just like John said, yeah, it is very possible that it is this person's path and lessons so to learn.
Yeah. Good. Hope that helps. Good luck to you, Lisa, and the young man you know as well. Okay, now I don't know whose turn it is.
It's my turn, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Choosing the next request. Please say hello in the chat if your request is selected.
Oops, I have my cursor pointer in a different wrong spot, so I'm just adjusting here and go back.
Usually Emily turns up when a rock song comes on. I am Lulu.
I am Lulu. Please say hi in the chat if you're here.
Hello. Okay. Do I have a heart wall that needs clearing, please?
Okay.
And I am Lulu says I have trouble letting new people in. Okay. We've got a really lovely guide, Lulu. What I saw was like yes and no. What I saw around your heart was like this big bandage, and it's like a big wrap that goes across the front of your heart chakra. And I said, "Oh, what's that for?" And your guide said, "It's literally help holding your heart chakra together to help with healing." And I said, "Oh, is this lifetime or like past lifetime?" Said, "Yes, there was trauma in this lifetime, but some of it you weren't fully healed from previous life trauma, and this is the life where it all stops. Like this is where you heal. It feels like you're on a journey that's not far off to complete the healing." And I can take a deeper look in a minute. So I didn't look inside your heart. And then this is really fascinating, right? So I talk a lot about boundaries, right? And what I saw for you was you creating strong boundaries, and it never really occurred to me this, and it's so logical, which is your guide said, think about it, John, when you create a strong boundary, you don't need to worry about letting people in or not. Like there's not that you don't really let someone in your boundary, because when you have a good boundary, your boundary is like it's kind of automatic, like it sets itself a bit like a computer firewall. You say people that serve that have my highest good, love, and compassion in their hearts, they're automatically allowed in.
Yeah.
And so your heart has been bearing the brunt of that for many lifetimes, like having to deal with it itself and being hurt. And so what I saw was like this, like practicing strong boundaries will allow you to not just allow people in, but if you ever wonder why some people just don't come near you, when you have a strong boundary, they're not welcome, right? Some people are just not welcome. You've already ruled them out. You've already said it's hard to tell without, reading someone's energy or talking to them. Like, but your boundary will take care of that for you. People just won't come into your space. They won't come into your reality. And there's nothing to feel bad about. It's just you've made a decision to say, well, if you don't serve my highest good, you're not coming in. And whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, you just get to choose and refine your boundary. How did you go on, Viviane? And did you look inside Lulu's heart?
Yeah, actually, when I first connected to Lulu's energy, I felt like body chill, like I got really cold, and then I heard the word ice cold, and then I looked into the heart and I saw the image of the heart being covered in this layer of ice, and then I saw that layer break from the top and then fall off, and
Oh, wow.
and then I saw the word trust inside the heart, and that word was warm, and that was making the ice to break
Oh, wow.
and fall. So
Felt that.
it's trusting, having the healthy boundary, and then trust to open your heart to let people in.
Yeah. And you know how sometimes we describe people, well, I do. I know one of my teachers for reflexology was, I describe her, and hello, Lindsay, if you're watching, as quite prickly on the outside, but lovely and gooey on the inside. And so when you just spend a little bit of time earning just a little bit of trust and making just a little bit of contact with her, it's just this beautiful heart inside, this very giving and loving and highly protective and cares deeply about you. And what I saw in your heart, Lulu, is like this opportunity for you to heal your heart as this soft, gooey, lovely heart that you have, and that's good. Like that's a happy, healthy state for you, and let your boundaries do the rest. So that you don't have to have a tough, hard heart. You can allow yourself to fully relax and feel safe. So yeah, if you haven't already, if we haven't shared the links enough, please do get started with my free spirit guide meditations, the 14-day challenge. I'll put it in the chat again. And I also did a video recently on boundaries, which I can add in the chat again. And a lot of that's also about like just talking through how you create them, how you assert them, how you act, and then how you learn about them. I think a lot of us, feel bad for having boundaries. It's like, no, it's really, really important. And if you often think about people that the very ones that try and break our boundaries have their own boundaries, and they talk a lot about them. But like, no, this is what I do, blah 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 blah, and they'll be pushing it on you, and you don't need to explain your boundaries; they're yours. You just say, if you want to, if you choose to tell people what a boundary is, you don't need to justify it or explain why. It's totally up to you. Hope that helps. So, my turn?
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense. Nice been learning about creating boundaries. Fantastic. Yeah, keep going, Lulu. You did great. using the next request. Okay, sending love indeed, John. Vandana, hello. Asking for a message from your spirit guides for the current situation you're facing. Please say hello in the chat. And you're here before I can even say, Vandana, you're here. Okay. So the message regarding the current situation you're facing. So I hope this message makes sense to you. Makes some sense to me, which is the first thing I heard is compassion. So facing this situation with compassion for others and compassion for yourself. Imagine the most compassionate being. Maybe that would be, a religious figure, or, a guru, or, maybe the most compassionate you've ever been in your life. Like really practicing that. And that means in compassion, there's a lot of acceptance for the way a situation is and the way people are in that situation, including yourself. And it's this loving energy that helps, almost like it helps glue together the very kind of, when often I think about humanity and what, some of the strengths that we have, a lot of it is our ability to have compassion. And then this curious message from your guide was, please be compassionate for the dragon, for the dragon does not know how else to be. In fact, in many ways, it doesn't really know that it is a dragon. It doesn't know what it's like to be any different. It just is. And I felt that dragon energy was a person. But yeah, I hope that helps.
A similar message from me too. I heard open up, listen, and then I saw someone, putting on shoes, and it was about walking on the person's path and then wearing their shoes and walking on their path. So I hope it helps, Vandana.
Yeah, I hope that helps. Lovely.
Oh, there's a comment from IT services here.
Yeah, I was just responding. Yeah, they are. I mean, you could describe mindfulness meditation absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And the spirit guide meditations, I would say they're absolutely fine. I think my advice would be to, it's like being gentle with yourself depends on the different stage of your cycle, right? Because sometimes you'll be feeling more drained and you might just want to make it shorter. So it's a lot about listening to your body. And I don't know how a 14-day meditation would exactly fall on your cycle, or what meditations would, but I think in general the meditations get a bit more advanced and more complex later in the 14 days. So you can always go back. For example, if you're feeling like it's a close to day off, take a day off. If you feel like you just want something easier, go back to the first day, which is the connecting to source and Gaia meditation. And if you want the easiest, the by far the easiest are the mindful meditations. And even just taking a moment, like a minute, like just sit down for a minute and take some deep breaths, take 3 deep breaths, and just connect with your breathing and your body. Like all these things help. So don't push yourself too hard, but definitely adjust. I don't really adjust my meditation much, but I do adjust my exercise depending on how I'm feeling. And if I'm feeling tired, especially after working late a previous night, I'll just reduce the amount of exercise I do in the morning. So yeah, I hope that helps you. And yeah, I'm afraid I can't answer in terms of your, the religious connotations and traditions, that's just, I'll have to leave that up to you, I'm afraid.
Yes.
Well, I'm not afraid, but it's completely up to you.
Yeah,
You decide.
it's a choice. Yeah, you're absolutely.
It's such a strange saying that. I can't help you, I'm afraid. It's like, why I'm not afraid. Why would I say that? Okay. Who's choosing? Me? Or you?
I think you chose Vandana, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I get a little mind fog like that too, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, and IT saying, service saying thank you helps. You're welcome. All right, let's see who's next. Okay.
And sometimes I forget that not everyone, like a lot of the people in the chat can't see each other, right? Because they're on your channel or my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess no one other than you and I can see the combined conversation.
Yes.
Which is so strange.
Mm-hmm.
Say hello in the chat if your name is called. Samara love too. Oh, I was sending. You hear it's ascending love, and it's like, oh, I hope it's someone called ascending love, and Samara love too. It's really close.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let us know, Samara, if you're here.
She's saying she's having stomach issues, stomach pain, off and on for years. Okay. Yeah, she's here. Thank you for responding.
Samara. I see something towards the top of the stomach. Oh, I should remember this. What's it called? Looking at diagrams that say stomach.
Yeah.
Up to this esophagus.
I saw something too. Let me see. Looking at the image to be able to describe. Okay. Yeah. I see something on the top of the stomach, like it looks like a ring around it that is like tightening, like causing pressure. What I saw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like to me, it's the tail of an entity that's wrapped. It's like wrapped the tail around it's constricting.
Oh, okay.
And it seems to be like this. I don't know if this is how you're describing it, Samara, but it's how I read your request, like off and on. It's like it's dormant a lot of the time, and then it's almost like the sense is like hanging down into the stomach, and it's just like it's what it's doing is whenever it needs to feed, it constricts your stomach, and then that seems to cause you like anxiety in your stomach. It seems to make you want to eat more when that happens, it's almost like the reverse. You know, it doesn't make you feel full. It makes you feel hungry because your stomach's not receiving anything. And that's what it starts to feed off of.
Wow.
I can untie its tail and remove this. Let's see. I say I can, I will. I am removing this entity. It looks like a kind of giant tadpole. Return to source or never return here again.
Mm-hmm.
With that entity removed, you might feel sometimes almost like it's been there a long time. Like you said, years. It feels like, yeah, a long time. And it's not always active. You might experience this feeling of over the next few days. Archangel Raphael was saying 3 to 4 days. This kind of like almost like a phantom hunger. And there's not like anything wrong with it. It's just to be awareness. And it's because your body's getting used to, a bit like when you rip the Band-Aid off, like you're not used, the skin's not used to the fresh air. And so whenever you're wondering why you're feeling like that, you'll know, oh, it's because I had this work done on Thursday. And so as you get into early next week, that will start to dissipate. And if you're not sure, just place your left hand on your stomach and say, body, what am I feeling just now? Like, am I hungry? Do I need rest? Do I need to drink some water? Like, what do you need? Tell me what you need. How about you, Viviane? Do you see anything else?
When you removed it, I saw the end of the tail, because like I said, the visuals I had at first was this ring, the circle around it, like squeezing, and then I saw, as you removed it, it was unwrapping, and I saw the end of the tail, but I didn't really get any messages for Samara.
I hope that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know, Samara. My voice is starting to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just a reminder to those that may not have their requests chosen today, we are here every Monday and Thursday. So please come back with your requests.
Yeah, and in between, practice my free meditations, and feel free to explore Viviane and I's channels and my website. If anything resonates with you, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. It's like my whole body's like, yeah, John, drink more water, get more rest.
Mm-hmm.
It helps, says Samara. Thank you. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have time for one more. I say
Yes.
time, energy. I should stop talking. Time's not very helpful. Energy is much more.
Yes.
Good stuff. And my turn, right?
Yes.
Yes, I can get it right sometimes. Okay. Okay, we're choosing the next request. Lion. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Veronica. Let us know if you're here, Veronica.
Okay, so Veronica.
Was it you, Veronica, who suggested the name for my rename for my membership group to Divine Sparks? Or Divine Spark, you said? A Veronica did. If it was you, thank you so much. And the winds of change. Yes, indeed, changing names. Let us know if you're here, Veronica. Oh, thank you, Samara. That's kind.
Thank you, Samara. Let's see. Okay, Veronica, please say hi in the chat. Ah, thank you, MCB. Oh, that's a sweet message. Thank you. That is sweet. And I love the little sweet kitty there too.
Thanks so
Okay,
much.
let me go back to Veronica's. Calling Veronica.
I'll try once more. Veronica.
All right, waiting for Veronica. Please say hi if you're here so we can help you.
I think we'll have to move on.
Okay.
As much as we'd love to help you, Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Choosing the next one. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Mystic Bond. Mystic Bond is here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Okay. And so Mystic Bond says, Nikki and I are going extremely fast. He said, I love you very early, and we spend an incredible amount of time together. Any messages in regards to the situation would be appreciated. Extremely fast. Okay. And you said, well, thank you for choosing me. Yeah, well, there's someone's looking out for you in the astral realms.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see
And
what
say
messages
that.
we have for you.
Okay, Nikki.
So the message, it was quite short and to the point, which was your guide said, listen to your heart, let your heart talk to you and to Nikki, like giving your heart a voice. And I felt that energy like rise up from my heart, up out through your throat. It's like allowing your heart. So even these words like going extremely fast is important to share, because you don't, it's a feeling, right? You don't need to justify how you feel. It's a feeling, and let your heart have that voice. And then the next thing is to be aware of that there's this feeling that your heart has, which is, if we go so fast, what is there after this? It's almost like a fuse that burns too fast. And your guide was suggesting, there is a lot of mystery and fun and excitement in slowing down. Like when I see my son who's 15 eating a burger, and I don't eat meat, but he eats a massive burger within 2 minutes. And I always say to him, why do you eat it so fast? He says, and he's like, I love it. It's all dripping down over his clothes and everything. And says, I just love it so much. And he enjoys it, eating it so fast. And I'm sat there with, vegetables or eat fish as well, really, really slowly and savoring it. And so, start with your heart and how you feel. And then the next thing is let your heart have a voice. And then also like bring your mind into it as well. Yeah. And you don't need to, it's lovely that you want to tell him I'd also suggest like that it's an action as well. You know, that you follow your heart's desire, and if you desire, I keep hearing the phrase "at your own pace." You know, when I'm doing healings with people, I always say, you know, your heart chakra I'll help it heal at the right pace for you, or your awakening, your ascension is always at the right pace for you, because everybody's needs are unique, and no one gets to tell each other what their pace is. Right? That's the joy of life. Is we all get our beautiful, unique experiences, our beautiful, unique paces.
Yes, I got a similar message because I saw a train moving, and the train. I saw the train moving, and then I heard. I wrote it down here. A second. I heard be present, and then just don't go through with the motions. Be present, just like you said, listen to your heart and make sure that you're not just going through the motions and the actions just because you're being without really listening to your heart and examining, okay, this is how I want to proceed. And yeah, be present and feel those slowing down definitely will be helpful, and be enjoy that moment, enjoy the moment, and slow down.
Fabulous. Well, I hope that helps you, Mystic Bond. And what a name! Like I love the, I love you're talking about relationships. You have this mystic bond together.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and you know, lightly there's a pattern in here to, you know, to heal from previous lives. That this is something you've experienced before, and it's an opportunity to take it at your own pace. You know, your own pace is not faster or slower. It just is, right? It just is your pace, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, we'll bring today's session to an end, and thank you to everyone who's come along and asked for your requests. Know that we do randomly pick them, as you can see, and that we try and get through as many as we can reasonably help. We're back on Monday, and I think it's just a shorter. Our plan was to do like a rapid fire version on
Yes.
Thursday, and the other thing is the time changes because the UK finally catches up with daylight savings, so we're going to change our clocks on Sunday. We have Mother's Day on Sunday as well, so it'll be a different time. But don't let me confuse you. just look at the live on my page, and on my YouTube channel. It'll be the same on yours, Viviane, right?
Yes.
So the time will be reflected there, the correct time, because I did it way in advance because I knew it'd be a nightmare for me to remember. Okay, so I'd like to thank every soul that's participated in today's session, and asking each of us to step outside of the session bubble. We can remain in our individual protected bubbles. So close the session down and return to source, or never return here again. And please drink as much water as feels right for you. Get plenty of rest, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. We'll be back on Monday. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you,
Sending love.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.